What an incredible few days and beginning of the year that we've had here, especially here in the United States. It's Amy Ehlers here, and I just wanted to send this message out to all of you to send you New Year's love and to also say, wow, what a wild, scary, intense beginning to 2021. I was talking with a couple of my dear friends this morning, and we were talking about the events that unfolded in the Capitol with the violent mob and really people who, were trying to say they were peacefully protesting, which they were for days. They were peacefully protesting. And then they broke into a violent mob of terrorists, of domestic terrorists. And of course, egged on and inspired by none other than the President of the United States. And we were talking this morning, and I just was so struck at the human need to belong, the human need to have meaning in our lives and to feel like we matter. And I want you to know that you matter. And that we don't, from this space, when I see the hatred, the white supremacy, the violence, and the distorted, beyond toxic masculinity and patriarchy, literally banging down the doors of our capital and coming in and desecrating the sacredness of this nation, it is just so profoundly disturbing to me, and also such a reminder of how much we need to belong and how we can end up latching on to things that are deeply unhealthy and toxic just to feel like we have meaning and like we matter and that we belong somewhere. And so I wanted to remind you of that is such a human need and such a part of that. And so I want you to know that you belong. And I want you to know that you matter. And that we can just as easily attach to things that are healthy, attach to meanings and to causes, and to take a stand for what we believe in, and to have it be from that space of peace, from that space of integrity, and from that space of making meaning out of our lives, so that we can, for the collective good, rise. I'm going to be talking a lot here over the course of this month and really the entire year about the uprising that I believe that this country needs, that the world at large needs right now. And part of that uprising is saying goodbye to that toxic masculinity, is saying goodbye to the patriarchy that does not serve the majority of human beings in the world. The patriarchy serves one very particular type of human. Obviously, a white man that is in tune with his toxic masculinity and that is fighting and clawing to be able to keep his power in the world. And I know that those of you that are here with me in this circle, in this field of mine, I know that you are aligned with my progressive values, that you are aligned with creating a just world where Black lives do matter, where there aren't kids in cages at the border, where we believe families belong together, where we believe that women deserve equal pay to men, that women deserve to be able to exist without violence, without being sexualized, without being objectified. So thank you for being here with me. And as we continue to process the grief and the despair and the heartbreak, know that there are more of us that are coming together and banding together to help all oppressive groups feel like they belong and that they matter and that they are welcome here. So that's my message to you today. I'm sending you so much love. You're going to be hearing more from me about all sorts of things. In particular, I'm doing a lot of work around imposter syndrome for women leaders And I have a couple of resources here below if you want to join me in that conversation, which I think is so important. Because can you imagine if Kamala Harris or Stacey Abrams or Elizabeth Warren or so many of the incredible women leaders we have, can you imagine if they let imposter syndrome stop them from doing their great work? Because we all feel that sense of being an imposter. Like, who do I think I am? We all feel that feeling, especially as women and as women leaders that are emerging, that are rising, that are even established women leaders. When we have the poet Maya Angelou talking about how she feels like she's a fraud, and people like Sheryl Sandberg saying that she wakes up in the morning and feels like a fraud, people like Michelle Obama saying these things, then we know that we are in good company. And the key is to not let that imposter syndrome stop us from doing our great work in the world. So I hope that you will join with me. I hope that you will participate in these free trainings and resources that I have here. And I hope more than anything that you are banding together with the people that you love and taking a stand for what you believe in. Because the people that are taking a stand and are hooking into this toxic culture and this white supremacy and this oppressive culture and storming into our Capitol and tearing things up, they're not going to win. We will prevail. Sending you so much love. Till next time.